What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to our next project. What you're looking at is a 1997 Ford F250. It's been sitting out in my cousin's field for about 8 years. This is going to be a long-term project truck. Obviously a ton to do, but I was crawling around underneath of it. Frame seems pretty good. We're going to throw a battery in it and see if we can get it going today. If not, we'll get somebody out here who's got a little bit more skill than myself. But at least we can do is clean it up. So that'll be the first step. And after that, get it out of the field here and see if we can get it roadworthy once again. But so what you're looking at, it does have the 5.8 liter in it. We'll pop the hood on that in a second. Yeah, nice little project. Hopefully someday my kid can drive it. It'd be pretty cool. But let's go ahead and pop the hood and see what we're working with.
I don't want anything. I don't want anything.
Here.
Look at the engine.
Yeah, it's an engine. So we'll see if we can get it running. Alright guys, we just got it to fire up for a split second. Kind of a status update where we are so far. I've got a new battery in. I was getting intermittent power. Figured out this terminal really won't stay tight. That's why I threw the vice grip on there. I also popped the fuse box. No blowing fuses. Checked the oil. It was really low. I did add a quart. Now we're sitting pretty on that. And then I took the tubes off the intake here. And then sprayed a little ether in there and we got to fire for just a second. So let's try that one more time. When I do give it power on the key, it says my fuel tank is full. Don't know if that's accurate or not, but we're gonna go with it. So let's spray a little bit in, give it a shot. I have no idea if I should be spraying it in there, but what the hell, right? I'm learning. Alright. Key on. We don't really need the radio. Let's give it a shot here. Alright, sweet. So we can get her to turn over and run for a second, but she won't stay running. So I'll have to figure that out next. Alright guys, well, I can only get it to run for a few seconds, so I'll probably need another hand to help me. So the good news is we know it does at least, run. Probably just got to figure out what the problem is if it's not, getting consistent fuel. But like I said, I'll need someone else to help me. So while I'm here, I brought a whole bunch of stuff in my truck. I might as well clean out this pig and we'll move on from there. So I'll update you guys when I got everything cleaned out. There's quite a bit back here and quite a bit right here. Luckily, I've got another truck that is equally as dirty, so I can maybe put a few in there, but I brought some garbage bags, so I'll throw some stuff away as well. But let's go ahead and get going. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and finish up for today. I can't seem to get it to run more than for a few seconds, so while I was here I decided, well, I'll just clean everything up. So I got a lot of crap out of the truck. This driver's side door is stuck closed, and when I got here the window would not roll up. I did get that figured out, so I'll roll this up before I leave. As you can see, this one's been down for a long time, so it's just been eating away at the seat. The passenger side is looking pretty good. Could probably be fixed, but other than that, just went around the truck, made sure all 4 tires would hold air, and then just did some weed whacking around it, so wouldn't need to get like a jack or something under there. It's not a total mess, but thanks for sticking with me this far. Let's see if we can get some help out here and get her rocking and rolling and out of this field. All right. Anything you want to say? Alright, what's up guys? We're back here again to work on the truck. Probably noticed that I'm wearing a pretty heavy jacket today. Last time you guys saw me out here, it was 70 degrees. Well, welcome to Wisconsin. A little colder today, about 37. So Gonna try one more time to get the truck cranked up. Actually went to advance and I bought something to put on the Schrader valve, a gauge, so we can see if it's actually getting any pressure. I swear I can hear the fuel pump priming, so that should be a good sign. But if we're getting nothing on the gauge off the Schrader valve, then it's probably the fuel pump. But let's go ahead and give that a shot first before we try anything else. Alright guys, so went ahead, put the gauge on the Schrader valve, and I went ahead and got key on, so I'll cycle power off for you guys and back on. I can hear it prime, but I don't think we're getting any pressure to the fuel rail. You can hear it prime. And we go out to the valve here, and we're at 0. So I tried it on the front and the rear tank. Nothing happened. Got that in right on the Schrader valve. So have to move on from that and call for some backup. Well, with the key on here, I thought I'd go ahead and give you guys a look at the dash. You can see how many miles we've got on it. So it looks like we're at 233,522. You can see I got the new battery in, we got some voltage, and I got it set to the rear tank, and it says it's all the way full. When I flip it to front, you see it quickly start going back down. So I'm assuming all the fuel we do have would be in the rear tank. Well guys, I went ahead and called my father-in-law, and he kind of just said, quit worrying about trying to start it. Let's just make this thing into a roller for now. I'll bring the trailer over in a few days and get it out of here. So that's what I'm going to do. Jack up each wheel individually, see if we can get it rolling. Make sure nothing's stuck. If it is, I did bring some PB Blaster and a little propane torch with me. We'll knock out what we can to get it going. Once I do that, get all 4 free. I really want to work on this door over here. I'd like to get in and out of both doors. That way I can also pull this seat out and get all the crap from underneath it. And then, start looking for a new seat. That would be cool, I think. But let's go ahead and get these wheels broke free. And probably next time you'll see me trying to load this thing on a trailer or get it out of the field. Either one would be pretty cool.
So that was a fucking lie.
Well, a little bit of a status update for you guys. First thing is my impact is a piece of crap. I already knew that. I need to get a new one. Second thing is, check it out. You can actually see a little bit of daylight. So I did find a big piece of wood stick under here, and I'm slowly jacking it up. And like I said, we're trying to make it a roller. Look at that. Okay. Moving a little bit. She's definitely stuck, probably on the shoe or something. So now that I got her off the ground, I'll get my socket out and try to pop this wheel off and see if maybe we can get that shoe unstuck or something. But at least we got a little bit of play on it. We'll keep moving. Got the other back tire up in the air. This one is totally stuck. So have to let everything sit with the PB Blaster tonight. I'm guessing these are 22 millimeter nuts, and I only have a 21 millimeter socket. So it's probably gonna be it for today. I did get the the truck out of the dirt, sitting on blocks over there. As you guys can see, it was fun. Everything just kept sinking further and further, but finally got it at least out of the dirt for now. But hey, that's 2, shooter.
Oh, you can count. Good for you. And you can count on me waiting for you in the park.
We're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Let everything sit with the PB Blaster tonight. Sun's going down. Sun's getting real low.
Sun's getting real low.
So it's time to go home, and we'll be right back at it tomorrow. Still couldn't get the door figured out as well. I actually got the button out to pop back out. It was stuck. Sprayed some PB Blaster down there. I'm just not sure what he's got going on. I know this is what opens the door. and he had a vice grip right here that matches up pretty close. So I tried yanking on this and pulling on the handle outside at the same time. I could not get it open, so we'll keep trying. Otherwise, you guys, I did talk to my cousin, and this is indeed his late father's truck, so even more sentimental value for me and him for me to bring this back to its former glory. He did mention that his dad got it from a quarry company, so most of the miles they said are going to and from the quarry, which is nice. I'm not sure how much wear and tear it really got though, but just looking at most stuff, as I showed you guys a little bit earlier, it is, you know, pretty beat up, but it'll be fun. I'm not too worried about that, but it is cool to have a backstory, and even cooler, my cousin did find the title for it, so we got that rocking and rolling. But alright guys, I'm going to start today out in the truck once again. You know, it is middle of November, so it's starting to get cold, but today is super windy, so probably won't be as much talking as I usually do. Just let the video kind of talk for itself, so a little less talk, a lot more action, right? Well, let's go ahead and get started. Leaving off with yesterday, I didn't have a socket big enough to take off the wheels if I needed to. I went and bought a 22 and a 7/8. They both fit pretty well. I think the 22 has a bit less slop in it, so I'm probably going to go ahead and use the 22. Drop a comment down below if it actually is 7/8. I'm honestly not sure. But let's go ahead and try to get the rest of the wheels broken. If we can get them free, I'm pretty tempted to try and hook up to my truck and see if I can maybe start wiggling it out of here a little bit. I brought my shovel. Now that I got the truck in the air, I'll go ahead and fill in dirt underneath, so hopefully it doesn't sink again once I need to get it off blocks and the jack and the wood and all that. But let's go ahead and get going, and I'll update you guys as we get there. But we're getting closer. I'm happy. Can't wait to get this thing out of the field and somewhere where I can actually work on it. All right. Alright guys, looks like that PB blaster we left overnight paid off. Had to break everything free with my 1/2-inch socket and my breaker bar extension on there. That was fun. You guys saw that. Next up, we're going to try to get these drums off to see if we can see what's holding it up. So far, the right rear is still the only one that moved a little bit. The left rear, left rear, excuse me, I've got those broken free as well right now. But let's just focus on the right side and see if we can get this drum off and go from there.
Cool. Fire, 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 fire.
Well, after going back and forth with hammer, the pry bars, the PB blaster, and my little propane torch there, we're getting some movement. So I'll try to capture that for you guys right now. Man, I feel like Anakin when he finally gets his pod going. So take that, Sebulba. So I'll have to talk to my father-in-law, see if that's good enough, or if he wants me to take the entire drum off. But this drum's been kicking my ass. Alright, so we got the front end jacked up. See, we got some clear daylight there. Let's go ahead and get something underneath this thing, and then we'll work on these front two wheels here. So far, alright guys, 3 down, 1 to go. Well, that's gonna be it. We got all 4 broken finally. So I went all the way around and made sure all 4 were still unlocked. And when I spin a tire, I can actually see the drive shaft move a little bit. Now, my cousin told me this is stuck in 4 low. So when I'm spinning this tire, I'm seeing that one spin just a little bit. So for instance, I'm obviously not going this fast, but if I were going 10 RPM, for like every 10, that one is going, you know, like 1. So he thought maybe a U-joint might be the problem. So that probably makes sense. But otherwise, we're gonna get her down. I've been kind of making a path, so when we do pull it out, hopefully should be able to just go in a straight line instead of having all 4 tires sitting in a divot here. So I'll make a little path going out a little further, and hopefully we can just drag it straight up the hill right there and load it on the trailer. But you know, right now I'm pretty happy. It's been some work. This ground just sinks, so it's been hard to get it up on all 4. But you know, come to think of it, it's probably been at least 8 years since this truck had all 4 tires off the ground at the same time. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I guess I never really showed you guys the frame. You know, I don't think it looks, you know, too bad. I've been trying to poke holes in it with a screwdriver, but you know, seems pretty solid. But everything else, you know, is probably gonna need to get replaced. You know, rockers aren't totally shit, but you know, right there, definitely for sure in the corner, it's gone. So, plenty to do, no time frame.